wiser as an educated advisor. Hello everyone, I'm Steve Savant, syndicated financial columnist and money color commentator. On today's show, debt, taxes, and money opportunity costs, part 5 in our series on Your Family Bank with Paul Bechtold. Let's get down to business. Welcome to the 5th segment.
Thank you, Steve. It's been exciting.
It is exciting. Listen, I can't underscore this from an advisor point of view. You just opened up a whole section of people, an all new audience. Usually, as I said before, I've done dinner, I've done 501c3 seminars, I've done workshops, and I usually discount my audience immediately because there's so much in debt, there's nothing to manage, right? Now you said, no, that's not true. But what really blows my mind, and I want to talk about this and then get into what we want to talk about, you see and have seen kind of as a secondary area, a whole idea of cross-selling against this idea of having your family bank getting people out of debt. You're actually doing other cross-selling opportunities.
That is correct. And what we like to talk to in the insurance world, obviously with Gordon Marketing, we talk to insurance agents all day, every day, right? Senior advisors, under 65 health advisors, life insurance annuity advisors, right? Mm-hmm. We've always got somebody to talk to in this realm. Last year I had a senior advisor that does Medicare clients, and he said to me, well, Paul, you know, I don't really think this is my area. And it really bothered me because not only is it your area, you have the best area. You have, I can help your senior clients get out of debt. I can help their kids get out of debt. I can even help their grandkids, maybe say they're going into college, okay? In particular, the 3 areas I look for cross-sell opportunities is first the debt elimination. Obviously, that's what we're purporting to do, and what we are going to do is eliminate their debt in 9 years or less. But if they got kids or grandkids going to college, that's an automatic client almost, because the very nature of cash value life insurance, particularly whole life insurance, is going to shield their assets and lower their expected family contribution for college planning. Okay. The second thing is we run into a lot of folks when we get the financial fact finder back that have dormant IRAs and 401ks through old jobs, right? Okay, so I'll ask them questions like, do you care more about the growth of your money or protection against losses? Oh, it's about the protection against losses and eliminating taxes. Well, safe money strategies, say through like annuities or IULs or other things like that, come into play as well. So it's not just the initial policy that we use for the debt elimination. There's other areas of opportunity as well.
Now, I want to talk about the tax issue here because I'm a client. Let's say I don't have any debt, right? But I'm an advisor, been drinking my own Kool-Aid for years, right? All right, but I paid all my debt, all of it, after tax dollars. I already paid taxes, then I'm paying my debt and my interest down. This tax advantage, this tax favored treatment is really another piece of the economic leverage of using a life insurance institution rather than a credit card company or a bank. Walk me through why this is such a big deal.
There's only, as you know, there's only 3 after-tax solutions for people as far as investing their money. You can do a Roth IRA, okay? You can use municipal bonds. You can also use cash value life insurance, and only cash value life insurance is unlimited with no limitations of how much you can contribute or when you can get at your money, right? It has none of the restrictions of qualified money. Okay. In addition, the IRS Code 7702 says that loans from a cash value life insurance policy allow us to take those loans out tax-free because, A, they're a loan, they're not income, right? But the loans from those policies come out tax-free. So the money that's in my policy, it's in the cash portion of my policy, is generating compounding interest that's growing tax-deferred, right? And then I get the ability to take the money out tax-free as a loan, right? It's kind of like a super Roth principle, right? Most people that get into a Roth IRA, their biggest disappointment is what? Oh, I'm capped out. I'm either making too much and I can't do this anymore, or I put my $6,000 or however much my limitation is per year, and now I have no place else to go with a Roth type concept, right? So this gives us an opportunity to create that Roth concept and still have the ability to now whack out a credit card that's got a 21% interest, or an auto loan with a 7-8% interest, or a student loan with a 7% interest, whatever the case may be.
I want you to lay down a basic understanding of the opportunity cost of money. I think this is a really good concept for the consumer to understand. Hopefully our advisors will understand it. You talk about opportunity costs. What do you mean when you talk about it?
Well, Dave Ramsey's got a great program and a great message, right? It's about getting out of debt. Okay, it's the same thing we do, except he creates a lot of opportunity cost in that he tells people to save their money up and then throw it directly at eliminating your debt. When you give your money away, you no longer have that money available to earn compound interest, in particular, compound interest, right? So if I have a vehicle where my dollar can do both jobs at the same time, where I can first get the compound interest on it, and it doesn't sound like much at 4 to 5% a year, but remember, that's 4 to 5% that's tax-free. That'd have to have 7 to 8% in a taxable situation to get the same equivalent result, right? That year-over-year 4 to 5% compounding for which I was going to get nothing in return, okay, over time adds up huge. Let's use an example. Suppose I had found a business owner that bought 2 fleet vehicles every year. He's going to spend $100,000 on those 2 vehicles, $50,000 apiece, right? After 10 years, he would have spent $1 million, okay? And at the end of it, just paying cash for those vehicles, because he'll be very proud to tell you, I don't finance them, I just pay cash. With his chest puffed out, he'd say, I don't have any cost, right? No, well, you do, because that same 10 vehicles that he bought, had it run through just a 4% guarantee inside of the contracts that we use, would have generated $250,000 for him in compounded interest that he otherwise gave up.
Net of his debt.
Net of his debt, yes. Okay. At the end of 20 years, that same $100,000 a year going away from him, that he's now recapturing through his banking concept, would earn him $1.1 million. Okay. So it can be very, very powerful.
And you can demonstrate this.
I can demonstrate it with guarantees.
Yeah. I'm thinking about how right now there's such a lack of financial literacy in America. And when we're talking about this, I'm suspicious that we might have a little bit of illiteracy among the financial professional market. I mean, we're talking about bringing people into the new idea of getting out of debt, which is a big consumer issue. But the whole literacy issue campaign, I do it every April. I ramp up my literacy campaigns. I talk about it. People, it's like brand new to them. When you talk about this is really educating the public, but in our case, educating the advisor.
That is correct, Steve. Wasn't it Mark Twain that had a famous saying that said, it's not what you know that gets you in trouble. It's what you know for sure that just absolutely isn't so. Okay. And that's exactly where we're at in today's financial environment, both with the consumer and with financial advisors, is they sometimes get very arrogant and they fail to be educated because they're just sure they know everything. And the other thing is, there are vested interests of why people aren't taught this stuff. One of the first questions, 2 questions I hear of when I talk to families, individuals, business owners, is they'll say, well, what's the catch? Sounds too good to be true. And why haven't I heard about this before? And I say, well, there's people that don't want you to hear about this. IRS doesn't want you to hear about this, right? You're taking tax money out of their pocket. Your banker sure doesn't want you to know about this, because there's 2 kinds of banks out there. There's ones that's designed to get you in debt, and ours is designed to get you out of debt. Which kind of bank do you think your current banker is, okay? And then there's a third one, which is your financial advisor is not going to be one bit happy or supportive of me showing you how to take money that you've been giving to them to first eliminate your debt and take fees and commissions away from them. So do you think in your financial world that they have a heavy influence on you and that they would be supportive of our program?
No, but they should be. Okay. I mean, I'm just trying to think, if I'm the steward of a person's household, I'm a financial advisor, a steward of a household, how am I not addressing debt as a prime issue and first step? How am I not doing that?
Well, Steve, what we want to do is we want to create an atmosphere of a win-win outcome. Okay. So first, let's educate the client, but let's also educate the advisor that if we use this approach first and we eliminate their debt, and we've got them, and now nothing but a positive atmosphere financially after that, there's all kinds of opportunities out later on to do exactly what they want to do anyway, okay?
I hope you enjoyed our series on Your Family Bank with Paul Bechtold on Let's Get Down to Business. And keep in mind, before you move forward with anything that we talk about in our show, always check with your tax consultant, legal counsel, or your compliance officer. And don't forget to subscribe to my consumer show, Steve Savant's Money, the name of the game. Daily content that you can post on your website, social media accounts, and database marketing. I'm Steve Savant. Thanks for watching.